Hello, fellow Star Voyagers. Greetings. Welcome. I see at least one. Quidias. Private stream today, perhaps. How are you? Welcome, everyone. We're back. It's Monday, January 8th. What happened to the beginning of January? Remember, was there one? Did we just jump here? Yeah, speaking of big jumps, I haven't touched this game in a little while. We've played some others. We've played Dark Souls 3 here. We've played Demons, Souls, played a lot of Bloodborne. But we have not played Dark Souls. Kimberly! Buzzing in to say hi, and then back to the grind at work. Have fun all. Best of luck, Jay. Yeah. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz back to work now. Thank you, Kim. Don't work too hard. Yeah. And when you get back... I played this game before. No, really, I did. Never seen me play it. Been here for almost 3 years now. Wow. And I last played this, as it turns out, in 2014. Middle of 2014, April or May 2014. So I finished the game after many attempts to play Dark Souls and failing. Just to play it and failing. I finally started watching a Twitch streamer. That would be Milt. Milt, R-I-V-D. Milt was one of my first, it was where some of my attention on Twitch went very early. A few streamers, he was one. Haven't seen a lot of them lately. Hello, Reddy. Hello, Densa. You heard people die a lot in this game? Quidias, why do you do this to yourself? Jay, let's have some casual games. Reddy is ready to roll. Yes, I did play this before, but it took some serious motivation. I had to watch someone who was really good at this game to even find what I needed to begin playing this game, which I eventually did with some help, probably some guides, I don't know. But I made it through, and I saved my save at the beginning of an NG+. So this level 100 character with 61 hours playtime is almost 4 years old, hasn't been touched since. And I think that's what we're gonna play with. We're right here at the beginning. I'm gonna switch sides, huh? After playing Horizon, you can't stop thinking of which game it reminds you of, and you can't figure it out, you mean? So, there we are. Oh, you gotta get a better look. There we are. Aren't we pretty in purple? Why are we purple? Did I make us purple 4 years ago? Was that a choice I made? We're hollow. Or look it, and we're purple. Even better. We can do flips. I don't know what the community take is on the wood grain ring. Is that considered cheese? Yeah, 4-year-old. I played once. Saved the save. So, 4 years ago, I played this, and I never did the NG+. But I love the wood grain ring. And I've got an upgraded Black Knight halberd. And why the hell shouldn't we use that? So I don't know what the community take is on the wood grain ring, if that's considered too cheesy, but I like it, and we're gonna use it. It's not in any of the other Dark Souls games. And it's a damn shame, because who wouldn't want to flip around? I can't remember what all the numbers are. We're gonna have... Tips are welcome. I don't think I updated the now command. Soul of Cinder trolls you by using those flips. There are... Here's stats. Level 100. sitting on some souls. It's like I've put points into strength, endurance, and vitality. Not much else. Tiny bit into dex. Wonder if that was for a weapon requirement. And our load. What are the thresholds in Dark Souls 1? We are at less than 30 of 120. Well, that's cool, but do we really need to be under 25%? Do we need to be under 30? What do we need to be under? If anyone knows, rather than testing it, feel free to let me know. Here's the rest of the gear. Black Knight Halberd, +5. Is that the cap for the halberd? Hollow Soldier Shield, +15. I don't remember being able to take things up to 15. Get a better look at that. What does it have? Physical damage 100%. That's probably key to why I'm even using that. Fire, not bad. Lightning, that looks like a nice shield. Hollow Soldier Shield. You've played Dark Souls, let me know what have you used? And what's the weight on it? Weight 3.5. Yeah, 3.5, and it is that good. Crazy. Lucius Round Shield. Let's see, what are the other 100s? The Giant Shield weighs 18. Black Knight weighs 6. Better for fire and lightning. Black Knight Shield. Bad. But I don't know how I'm misreading this. There may be other, not the Dark Souls expert. 26 Havel's weighs. Havel's stuff, heaviest stuff, right? I think you need to be lower than 30 for the flips. Wouldn't be surprised. Sounds right. Crest Shield, also 100 physical. More magic resist. And Crest Shield. That's not the one that regens stamina, right? That would be here somewhere, though. Miter. Or I might have passed it. Gold Lantern. Oh, the fun places we have ahead of us. So tips are welcome, because I don't remember enough, I'm sure. Let me edit the now command. Dark Souls. Change that again. That's a little spammy. Arr, and I have to wait to edit it again. Okay. Spam, spam, spam. Catalysts. The whip, the very disappointing whips from the first and second. Alright, we're just rolling through all our equipment now. That wasn't my goal. Shields. Hollow Knight Shield. We're going to keep using it. What is it? The Grass Crest Shield? That, what, regens? I'm mixing things up. Mask of the Sealer and the Crimson Robes, all upgraded to +5. No, that's Shadow Gauntlets. I have something else. Why am I wearing Shadow Gauntlets? Maybe for the appearance? Shadow Gauntlets. Did that go with the set? Did I just pick that? Antiquated Maiden Gloves. Havels. There are Crimson Gloves, so why am I not wearing the Crimson Gloves? Appearance? I like the black, maybe? Fashion Souls. See, I got Fashion Souls even before, no one had to tell me. I figured out Fashion Souls on my own, is what I'm saying. Shall we start? We're right at the beginning. I know we didn't get a cutscene, but this is the start of NG+. I think the game's probably offline. I'll have to remember a little bit how to play the running and jumping. Dark Souls 1 style. Blocking. Yeah, the start's gonna be easy, especially with all the upgraded gear. I'm gonna get us killed anyways somehow. I'll fall off of cliffs, get stabbed in the back. Don't worry about it when it happens. Let me see. Two-hand. Switch to two-hand. Gotta learn how to play again.
Assuming direct control.
See, we're right at the beginning. Oh, good. Your favorite game. Good to see you, man. You lurking from work? Fashion Souls is the only right souls. So we shouldn't have any player messages. We're just gonna see. Beautiful. I took the lock off at the last second. Gotta get all the attacks down too. What do we have? So the basic quick attack has a bit of a attack chain. Oh, it's 2. So, whoosh, whoosh. And the heavy is the jump, and then just repeats. What about running attacks? Charge and same. Very good PvE weapon. See, I probably watched not just Milt, but a few Dark Souls streamers, maybe read a couple things, and I'm sure I had to farm to get this thing. I don't remember exactly what I did, but I must have. I didn't figure out that the Black Knight Halberd was a good weapon on my own. That I had to be told. Does your weapon not break in this one? Basically not. There's a repair function, right? But why you don't have to use it when you rest at a bonfire? Weapons break in Dark Souls 1. They just don't have the red durability bar. When do they break? I don't remember them breaking. There's our friend. And to drop, is it heavy or light attack to drop on something? Drop attack. Check the durability. The if any weapon has good durability, this one should. That is. I'll have to look at the. 260 of 300. And when we find a bonfire, I think it auto repairs when you rest. I don't remember repairing weapons. Tap. He said, relearn with a hold B dash. They actually tell us how to do a backstab here. Strong attack. Yeah. I don't remember that. I think they started that at 2. And I probably have a lot of other items, like repair powders, let's see, 19 humanity, blooming purple moss, not a lot. Ton of Estus though, 17 plus 4s. Plus 4s, is that any good? Dark Souls 1. Sounds like I got halfway there. Bloodied moss for bleeding, purple for poison, purging stones for curse, a few black fire bombs, homeward bones. Bolts. I don't think I ever did optional bosses. Let me know if any of these are optional. I must have used some already too. Never mind. Twin humanities. Drop attack is probably just the tap of R1, the light attack. You see how that kind of went in at an angle? Or camera backwards. I think I have from years ago. Although Dark Souls has been patched since then, so I don't know what the current state of things is. I might have had that DS fix installed. Doesn't feel like we're playing at 60, though. Anyways, there was some 60 frame per second patches for the PC version of the game. We are at 1080. I think originally the game was only 720. Did it even have 1080 support? And definitely wasn't at 60 frames per second. Fans patched it. There were issues because of the way the timing in the game worked. You could fall through ladders and other stuff. So let's see if the weapon gets repaired, resting at the bonfire. Because I don't remember. No. 260 of 300 still. I was looking for repair powder, and it didn't look like I had any. You didn't see any repair powder, did you? There are categories of stuff. All Titanite chunks. Blue, red, white, demon, dragon scale, 3 dragon scales. Bottomless box, that's where, look in there. We've got stuff in a box we can check. Learn to play, Jay. I've never used miracles or pyromancies. I wanted to use that once. I wanted to do play through that. Is that why I have some dex? That might be why I have a little bit of dex. I wanted to use that. Anyone else like that weapon? I like katanas in Dark Souls games. Already upgraded. Other stuff too. Ender. I have a few Black Knight Alberts. Okay. Well, I have more than one that are upgraded. Arrows, not a lot of arrows, huh? Rings, Havel's ring, we're wearing Havel's ring. Item discovery, balance on poor footing. You remember that? I don't remember that. Stamina recovery, clothing tree. Are there plus whatever rings in Dark Souls 1? Stone plates. Here stones, red and blue. No sound, slumbering dragon crest. Walk on water. Can you walk on water? Huh? Anyone walk on water? Poise. Grits. Bow range. Cat Covenant. Oh boy, alright. So I don't see any repair powder, but let's see what's in the bottomless box. Old storage. Is there a way to change the view? Oh no, I'm not trying to pass anything around there. I have anything in storage. So, I don't know if that damage to the weapon would have been from the previous playthrough or from hitting the walls and the floor right now. Either way, we'll keep an eye on it. I don't want to waste any more time thinking about damage. The courtyard, the first courtyard. Can't it's open this yet, or... Not like Vamp, though. Damn it. I wanted to be like Vamp. Oh yeah. Here, we got the courtyard. Check out the flips! So, we go a great distance with those flips. We're going to talk about... I assume there's a lot of iframes to go with them. Either way, look at the distance. When you get out of something's way. those flips do have better iframes. Flip is quicker than a normal roll. Hey, how? Don't we look badass? I'm gonna have to learn how to control the weapon, and we could probably use some more stamina. You're saying don't use the door on the side? Why shouldn't we fight now? Except for the lunge. I don't see why we shouldn't. Except for my inability to control anything. Our Estus is probably really good, but I'm gonna use one anyways. We could wait. Oh shit. There's not more. I haven't touched this fat ass yet. Isn't that great? We're gonna have such a good time with this.
Message coming in.
Hey, lover boy, what's going on? Pika! Come on, you wanna lock on? Because this is getting painful. All I had to do was touch him. Hey, besides the gargoyles, remind me like whose parts can get cut off and things when we get there. Hi, Simpika. Thank you for the host. Welcome, welcome. That damage. 3 shots. Did I actually hit him 3 times? So did you see the damage on the weapon? I think that's its max upgrade too. It's all done years ago. Our damage with that is 367 plus 148. Not bad. Where's the other view of it? Right hand web 516. I like that view. 516. What else is on here? Physical defense 260, magic 250, flame 200, lightning. So this is with fashion souls. We could put on something else as needed. Poise, no poise, no poise, no poise. Sipika, I think I'm good. I was driving around this morning, saw a client. Got to go back tomorrow and do more. How well do you know this game? As in Dark Souls 1 or as in Dark Souls the series? I have only played once. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, it's awesome. Frick you too. I've watched a lot of Dark Souls 1, but I don't necessarily learn things well from just watching. I mean, I've watched a million runs of the game, but I've only played it once, 4 years ago. And this is the NG Plus that I started 4 years ago. Oh. Perfect. I'll remember some things, and I won't remember a shitload of things, and tips are welcome. You can suggest things. Hey, Rex. If we're fighting a boss and you remind me, cut off the tail. Oh yeah, that dragon. I mean, I'll remember a few things, but if you know the game really well, randomizer runs. I don't know the game that well, like where to go to get to certain bosses if you want to get to them before others. I could follow along when someone else does it. Oh, yeah, you go there, yeah. I won't know where that is. You'll be yelling, Jay, go here. No, you gotta turn there. No, back there, behind you, the other. Now look up. No, not there. It's gonna be great. You can do that. You can definitely shout at me and tell me places to go. I may not listen, but we can do whatever. I'm pretty easy. Are you happy? Getting on that shuttle. You happy, Rex? That is good. So, alright, refreshing my memory. Everything respawns. We rested once, but if we... Why, Estus doesn't recharge here. I had 17 from the beginning. That's my max. What would it be? One of the, I've kindled one of the bonfires. Why did I have 17 if there's no bonfire at the beginning? Is that my max at Firelink Shrine? What? Why 17 at the start? It did seem high. Get your shield! Get your shield. Get your shield. Oh, don't unequip your shield. Just get out of... So I was in two-handed mode. Lord Vessel gives you 20 before Gwyn. Huh. Yeah, I didn't remember that. I remember Gwyn. I don't... Lord Vessel barely, and getting 20... So I wonder what our actual cap is. I might be able to copy something if I had the example right there. But I don't retain... I learn very differently by doing and watching. Very differently. It's not to say I don't learn anything by watching, but I retain things and can recall them contextually quite poorly if I haven't done them myself. Hard for me to just transpose someone else's experience into my own. I'm always looking for... Maybe I'm making... I don't know. I don't want to deconstruct my own neuroses and psychology here right now. I try often enough. Let's not. Let's see. Shags. Hey, Shags. How's Monday treating you? Welcome. Change equipment. Oh, yeah, in case you didn't have your shield. What shield? What shield? I have a shield. Dark Souls, feeling particularly self-loathing today. Be honest, I missed it. I wanted to... So if you're missing Horizon today, if anyone is, I was having so much fun, I just had to put it down. Let me explain. I never planned to play more than a few days of that NG Plus at once. I wanted to play a little bit to sort of sate that appetite and then come back to it. Somewhat like we do with The Witcher. And I needed more than I planned. And we almost zerged through half the game. It was worth it, but I want to come back to it. I want to have more of that. I don't want to burn out on it. It's so good. I want to enjoy more, and we're going to come back to that a few days here and there. But I also missed this. This is one of my masochistic comfort foods, I guess. Ready. Didn't get past character creation. Is that in Dark Souls? So I got past character creation 3 or 4 times and was unable to... I don't even know if I got to the Asylum Demon proper. I probably figured out that there was a door on the side. I might have had to look it up. This is on my own, before watching anyone on Twitch. I didn't get far, and I didn't figure it out, and I put it away. Every once in a while, I would hear someone say, Dark Souls is awesome. I think, yeah, but... And then I watched Milt he was doing his hardcore, his deathless runs, so I remember some stuff. There are a few things that are burned into my brain from watching Milt and other streamers. Some more familiar streamers, Lobos and others, but, you know. Yeah, see, it doesn't really matter that we can kill the Asylum Demon in 3 hits. I will find plenty of ways to die. Can't just break that, can we? Trying to get a sense for weapon 259. It's only gone down 1 durability point. Now, if you've played Dark Souls 2, think about how bad weapon durability is there. That's okay. That 260 is probably my cumulative weapon damage from that first playthrough. Anyways, I watched an expert at Dark Souls and decided I finally had to get my shit together and at least play it. I got my shit together and I finally played it, and I think I needed a great many tips and guides along the way.
Oh, you. You're no Hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I are both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this.
Dangerous to go alone. Asylum F2 East, Big Pilgrim's
Now I
Quay.
must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
What is down there? Wait, so that was the door that didn't open from this side. Some say still sitting there to this day. Still telling his tale to unwary travelers. Wield right weapon two-handed. We are doing exactly that. We've been that character was meant to have a bigger role. Don't remember the details now. Anyone who wants to share lore, just about anything. I can't think of anything that shouldn't be on the table. Don't think we need to worry about any kind of spoilers of any sort, so bring it all on. So that's something I've never been good at. Jump attacks, kicks, controlling, let's see, maybe out of a few. I mean, I can do it, but I'll mistime it a lot. Resting a bonfire revives enemies. See the archer in the back? So let me look at my swings again too. Overhead, but if I do two, the second one should be side. It's also slow. I gotta get used to how slow this thing is. This isn't a little... You gotta... Wham! So you need enough time. And that... So, here, he's running away. I just get behind. So much to get used to. Critical hit is what I wanted to do. Tap, and it's the light attack. Would have been the same for the downward. Would have been like doing a critical attack when you're falling. Do a quick attack, and you can. gonna die in one hit for a while. Hell, even later on, it's the first NG plus, so things scale up, but they probably don't scale up that much. And since the gear I have from that original playthrough is maxed and decent, yeah, pretty message. Plunging attack, there it was. There's nothing to plunge onto anymore. So, what are we trying to get to? Locked. There's normal locked too. With nothing to plunge onto, we don't want to drop down there at all. Parry. Another thing I've never been great at in Dark Souls, if you've been here a while, you probably know the timing on a parry. I remember Milt always used to say, watch the hand, right? Watch the enemy's hand. They're swinging, watch their hand, and you wanna parry the hand more than the weapon. Does that sound right? We would have jumped onto the Asylum Demon, and then some other door we can open now. There's gotta be. We got 2 keys. Did we get 2 keys from? Do you always get 2 keys, or did we get 2 because we killed the Asylum Demon early? You can tell me where we need to go, because this is the beginning, and I thought it would be a little more apparent. Told you I don't remember all that much. From. I don't think we can get up there. We have to come down on it. Part of my brain's still gonna do stuff like we're in another game. Not, you know, not that I'm still seeing Horizon, but I'm gonna want to climb things we can't climb. So does anyone play Dark Souls 1 on PC and yeah, know about the current state of the DS fix, 60 FPS patch? You just wanted to climb things after playing Origins? I remember the first playthrough of Phantom Pain and driving around and wanting to seeing shipping containers around, and you know, just brain wanting to Fulton them. The door. Thank you. All right, groovy. I knew we just needed to get to the other side, but I wasn't really thinking about that very clearly. You played Dark Souls 1, prepare your die edition. Good job, go straight ahead, see? I failed that. If we had killed the Asylum Demon at the normal time after dropping on him, would the Pilgrim's Key have come from him? Or does it always come from the guy?
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage!
To the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Level up and kindle at bonfires. Yeah, we don't get the very the intro cutscene. Well, that's kindled. Remains kindled, huh? From the first. What? It's super kindled. Hot damn. So, that's from the Lord Vessel, or the Lord Vessel? That's the Lord Vessel is unrelated to this being so kindled, right? Reverse hollowing. Kindle. So what's get a recap on the hollowing and humanity. How does all that work in Dark Souls 1? He's not going anywhere. Shiny! Barkley. You can do summons when you're not hollow, maybe? Bodias? You can't really remember? I can't remember even more than you. I bet.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land, the undead?
Here, I'm just checking something. Might tweak for the moment. Yes, there it is. That. Got it. Save. Just changing the follow alert for while we're playing Dark Souls 2.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival.
Alright. Now we're set. Now we're set. Okay, much better. Well. You can also get invaded while you're human. Oh, I see. Okay, backing up. NPC summoning. Humanity, reverse hollowing, use humanity again, kindle. Don't think you'll need it though, because your bonfires are probably kindled. Oh, I see. To be able to kindle, we have to have reversed hollowing and have at least 1 humanity, something like that, in order to be able to kindle. Bonfires are probably kindled. I wonder how many I kindled. Remember, 4 years is a long time. You've got 3 humanities used at the moment. I do see that. So you could do the reverse hollowing. But we are offline. Sweet. Hey, Nick. Day and Dark Souls, one of your favorite combos. Good to see you, Nick. Welcome, welcome. Alright, bits of that are coming back. Anything else you wanted to say?
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. I don't know. Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
Reinforce Estus Flask. I don't think we have... Is it shards in this one too? Do we have shards? Firekeeper Soul. Acquired. So, I have watched, but don't know details on. Like, I know there's a point somewhere here you can drop off. Somewhere here you can drop off and go. Where? I don't remember where. Okay, see, there's a staircase down there. I know I've watched Milt do this a million times. I don't know where it leads to. Figure it out. Well, it's not even a shortcut. It's right there. Do you see how my brain works? See how my brain works? I've probably watched someone who never goes through that archway and just comes over here and does whatever their routine is. He's not even. It's not even a speed run. He does deathless runs. His goal to try and get through new game to new game plus 6. Is that the right one? Without dying. You gonna do the DLC? I'd like to. You're gonna have to help me find everything. I don't think I've ever done the optional bosses. So, this should be good. Choose wisely. Choose. First, I have to observe the choice. Where does this one go? Down? Down, 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 down. Hey, Otter. Greetings. What's this? I cannot control my body. Okay, so, that's right. There's... Do I even remember what I'm talking about as I try to remember it? Doesn't this area connect to an area up ahead where you can get... I don't know what I'm talking about. Specters? Are there a lot of some sort of... ethereal spirits over there? That right beneath this here. Yep. Okay. There's probably some way to jump over that wall. Is that maybe what I'm thinking of? I don't know if we want to or we don't need to. Go through here. Kind of familiar. New Londo ruins. Staircase going up. And I don't think we want to go off in that direction yet. Oh. You want to look around, but looking around is what gets you in trouble anyways. I don't think we want to go down there yet. How long will Jay live? Hello, Gizor. You're a big fan of the first Dark Souls, aren't you? We were talking about that a bit the other day. Doing good. Oh, he's just chilling. Doesn't even look sad, that one. He's just... And I'm just speaking. Get indeed. Doc, oh hey. Didn't remember anyone down here.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Rickett Venine. I was once an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it?
Can you believe?
What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. I can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in the night.
So, we're sticking with this halberd. I don't know that we'll do much else, but we can look. Modify, reinforce, you can change weapon types. Fine. Repair. Wouldn't cost much to repair. So that's at 244, probably 250 or 300, and the halberd's at 258 of 300. Have okay. That one would be 84 souls, right? Oh, okay. What does he sell?
Goodbye then. Keep your head on up.
Thanks.
You really helped break the monotony.
Name Rickert? So Gidzor finished the story. God Eater 2, happy like a madman. Rex, you liked it too? One better? Master Key. Is that like a gift from the start? Master Key, is that something I would have chosen with the character? Open to the Valley of Darkness. Nice. You choose it at the beginning, then yes. Where else can you get it? I assume that's what I did. Okay, I have I have a lantern. I have that skull lantern. Bring it has substantial weight to it. Second swing is to the side. So if we want to swing to the side, only on the second, right? Starting gift, thief, starting class, merchant sells it eventually. Cool. Thank you. So, you know I'm just wandering, right? As familiar as any place, one place might be. I'm not very goal-oriented now. We're just going in this direction. Does this take us to Blighttown? Wow, damn, look at them. Keep going and you'll find out. Yeah. God, my timing is awful. He's charging too. Oh, and look at that. I better unlock from him or I'm just gonna kite around him and get killed. Comes. Right. Dung pile. Four years ago. Yeah. But you're right. I probably did. This is a save file from 2014. Oh, did you see that? All right. Boy, this is a hell of a place to go first. And do we want to remain? And is Crimson stuff any good for poison? And what the hell am I thinking? Can we put all those thoughts together into something meaningful? So what's poison gear? Tattered cloth. 59. All poison down there, or is it poison and other stuff? Gold hemmed black cloak, 94. Got that. We have. Poison, 8. It's not like I remember which boss is down here. Discharge? Poison is the last thing you need to worry about. It's toxic. Thank you. It's toxic you need to worry about. Okay. Toxic, toxic, toxic. And poison and toxin for blooming purple, but gear. Nothing has toxic resist. How about a ring? Do we have anything like that? You won't be flipping around in the sludge. The defense overlap between poison and toxin? It's toxin. Does toxin do a big chunk? Or does it tick really fast? Are we going in or not? Why not? I predict. I don't want to say my prediction lest it come true. I don't predict anything. I predict nothing. Hey, Goodwin. Why? Because. Toxic is a more deadly version of poison. Doesn't it behave differently in the 1, 2, 3? Doesn't it reach max and then pop damage in one of them and tick in one of the others? I Joe Jimbo, howdy. Climb up, I didn't even see the ladder. And sliding is... we can slide down ladders, can't we? Whoa! Hey, that overhead's gonna be great for the bugs. And I predicted, and didn't want to say anything about it, that the first death would happen just like that. I'm wearing that fucking flip ring here, and... oh shit! Hey Twixor! No worries, man. No worries. Because you showed up. That was my internal prediction. Damn it. Oh well. So where do we actually want to go? I don't think we want to go in that direction right now at all, Blighttown. I was willing to go in, just see, but... yeah. Normally, like, you would go off in this direction, right? Or something safer. Something nicer and safer. Go have a look up here, who's around. Up here.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thoroland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Yeah, here. Set up. Forward, up. These are probably defaults. Point down, beckon, wave, bow, prayer. Anything else?
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Hurrah! Hurrah! Hurrah, Twixor! Hurrah! Yeah! There. Hurrah! Ha ha! Thank you, Twixor. Ah, look at it. Didn't even lose your place. Thank you very much for the support, brother. Cheers. Look at those pretty colors. Thank you so much.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Oh boy. A copper coin. For me. Again, familiar, not like I know where I'm going. It's just familiar. These flips are gonna get us killed so many times, though. So many times. Drop down there, can't we? Chests. One of them's got to be a mimic, right? They put 3 chests and none of them be a mimic. And I probably would have to hit it to, you know, make sure. Lloyd's Talisman. Find me what that does. Look. Homeward Bones. See, if I paid enough attention watching all those times, I might remember a few of where are the mimics, and I wouldn't have to hit chests, because I would remember. I'm sure I hit that one. Correct, Red Eye Orb. Twixor just came home from the gym. Should hit the showers before you rot. Don't rot, and don't forget to cool down after too. Go shower and cool down and come back. Explore your heart out. So many paths to explore right from the beginning. Absolutely. Yeah, and I don't want anyone to feel like I'm forcing you to give me tips or leads. I may ask, I may beg. You can ignore that or provide. I just want you to feel comfortable sharing. If for no other reason, we should Homeward Bone, huh? We can't safely get down that, can we? Maybe. I recognize the graveyard. Like we're holding anything. We left like 80,000 souls from carryover from New Game from 4 years ago. Back at the entrance to Blighttown. If we want to, we can go back for those. I'm disinclined. Rather be freed of the burden to worry about it. I don't think we can just slide down there. I think it's instant death, right? I have to know. No? We can just slide down there. Well, oh god, I gotta not backflip off of ledges. It's gonna be so bad. I really don't have very good control of this halberd at all, do I? Or the character. Now, they all come back, right? A few seconds and they come back. Trying to put the pieces back into my brain. And this connects back up to Firelink. Don't they come back? Oh. Not these skeletons. Not those. There is no necromancer close by. The necromancer would have brought them back. Hey. Remember, what's our deal with the water? Knee deep, go slow. Level design in this first one still hailed as the best in the series, isn't it? Or have they done things in 3 to impress beyond the level design here? So Firelink, up the stairs, to the left. To the left. Did I drop down onto that, or did we come from right over there? I can't get over that little lip. We'd have to go. Gidzor, you think Souls 1 in terms of gameplay, level design, and lore is the best? Like it all. This gets us down to the graveyard. Or the upper level here. You out over Firelink. So, while I don't really know what goes where, I sort of recognized we were getting near Blighttown. And I think... Can't see it from where we are. I can think of a few directions to head out from Firelink. Not really where they go, but already that looks a bit familiar. Gidzor, in your honest opinion, Dark Souls 3 is the worst? That makes me extra curious. What damage? What are your thoughts on 2? Well, because hey, Pro Scion, it begs the question: if you think 3 is the worst, then what did you think of 2? Because while I did not play the DLC that's hailed as being so good. Kill me because I'm that sloppy. One thing about the halberd, it's not a very exciting weapon. It does a tremendous amount of damage, and I probably picked it 4 years ago for ease of gameplay. Relative ease. But it's slow. Still trying to get used to how slow it is, and it's not going to make for very exciting combat because it doesn't have all that much of a move set. Brute force. Note 2 has its problems. Try something different. Something new in the world. Rosine, you found the DLCs to be more frustrating than the base game. You're talking about 2. Right, Sunken King was the only one you enjoyed. Other 2 were just different flavors of getting dicked around with better level design. Well, yeah, okay. I'm curious still, but I don't know if I want to play them. I might just want to pay attention watching someone else play them sometime. Hey, ow. Oh, nice flips. You making fun of me with those flips? Oh, we're fucked. Forgot about you and didn't see you. Forgot, like I could remember that guy was there 4 years on. But he's familiar now. Like, oh yeah, that guy. Lie down now. Damn, a lot of damage. So maybe I shouldn't be wielding this two-handed until I know what the hell I'm doing again. I should be absorbing a lot of this damage, which I can. Shield seemed to be pretty kick-ass from glancing at it. Cool factor's on now. I missed this so much. Procyon, this is where I left it 4 years ago. I played this before I streamed on Twitch. I probably used guides to get the halberd after watching someone on Twitch, probably Milt, although I don't think he uses the halberd much. Maybe he did once upon a time. Just need some fashion. You don't like the crimson with the sealers? And look, I even swapped out the gloves for a little black. I got the whole black and red thing going on. You don't like that? Where I left this 4 years ago, the beginning of this NG+. I'm stoked to be able to get to play it now. And the wood grain ring was favorite thing about the game. Oh. Why can't I pick up that? I have too much of something? Does anyone know what it is? Is it a special item? The lack of cloth physics makes the robes a little awkward to look at. Okay, I won't argue with the lack of cloth physics. I just don't think about it. I like the lips and the color scheme and the pointy hat. In this case, the whole red thing, black mask, very cool. You already got that item, which you can only have one of. You probably know what item that was, huh? What item was it? I'm just running around with my shield up a little more so I get comfortable. The catacombs, hi! Now, there are necromancers down here, right? Right? What's with those skulls? The skulls don't skulls something else. The item was a nice pair of binoculars. You don't have to kill Sif, the doggo gets to live. So that sounds good. Let's not kill Sif. We'll just play Sif's song during ow! Fuck me! Getting killed here, that's great. You gotta blow up down there and I'll go heal up here. Oh my god, no hit points at all. Now I know how much my +4 Estus does, about half the bar. About half the bar. These skeletons are kicking my ass! They are annoying. But damn. Oh god, get off my ass. You can fall down here, okay. What am I doing? Where are we going? Oh, they're fast!
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Shit. Hey, KG! I can't even see in here. Fuck. That was great. So, dead end, maybe. KG, thank you for the host. That was you saying damn skeletons. Ah, your color and Gizor, the color is, yeah. That get changed. Didn't spam any purple moss accidentally, did I? Hello. All right. As part of getting bearings, let's go off in yet another direction this time. If I can. Like over this way. And, yeah, so I was gonna ask you, Procyon, you don't need, because you don't lose Artorias' ring, you can go straight to 4 Kings. That only sounds
I bet y'all
familiar.
drinking that wine too, ain't you? You're smoking them tweeds and
Dretch!
everything. Wearing the old clothes all
I
half
couldn't
off your
miss
ass.
it.
What the hell's going on today?
I knew you couldn't miss it. I knew you couldn't miss it. So, now, I didn't do optional stuff. Don't lose Artorias' ring. Why don't we see it? Is it not when you can wear? Is it just a special item? You need to kill Sif to get the ring to fight the Four Kings, but so I never did. I don't remember what all, if anything, optional I did, and what's the breakdown? Which all are optional? I know I've never fought Gwendolyn, but I've watched other people play it too many times to know what I did 4 years ago. All I know is I probably didn't do much of it. Much optional stuff. Throwing fire bombs. Oh yeah, that's even familiar. Look at him up there. Gwendolyn is optional. Priscilla's optional. Big Bro Straight Demon is optional. Ow. Alamite is optional. Full DLC technically optional. Oh, no, that worked so badly. Damn, that tracking! What was it? He puts his weapon in and then he goes like this for 4 seconds. Jeez. Well, I'll take as much or as little advice as you all want to give throughout this playthrough. I figure we'll hopefully spend about a week on it. It could be closer to 2, but I'd kind of, one would be better. Rats! I hate rats. The rats just stay there. Come with me. Hey, rat, come with me. Come on. You're our friend. You're coming with us. I think we could keep that rat with us for a really long time. I could avoid dying, maybe. Undead Burg, where we're supposed to be at the beginning of the game. Yay! Sort of. I mean, supposed to be wherever you can get to, but Undead Burg this is kind of where a lot of people start, right? There's even 1 or 2 spots of this place I should recognize. one bonfire and a couple things near it. When we get there, will look very familiar to me. Now, if you think about it, and this is just Dark Souls, you know, that's Dark Souls, you can't go up there. But if you think about it for a second, get your lazy ass up those. Put your shield on your back and put your weapon down, and whatever, climb your ass up there. But you know, it's Dark Souls, so we let it go. Hello. Hey, car. Fire. Bomb. Bombs away. So who else thought the first death was going to be the falling death that it was? Besides me. I didn't want to say it. I almost said it. And then I figured if I said it, it would happen. But I knew it was going to happen anyways. Procyon, you think the traditional starting place is New Londo, hence the Hollows literally beating their heads against a wall down there. I guess, yeah, you just kind of go right through past the first bonfire and down, and you end up there, right? Is that how we ended up there, since I'm trying to relearn? Yes, I do. 4 years ago, I probably farmed for it. You can keep upgrading it and beat the game. I think it's already upgraded to max. It's +5 max for that. So I played this game in 2014. I started streaming in 2015. I haven't played this game since the first time I played it. And that's what we've got. +5 for the halberd, 15 for the shield, and 5 for the fashion souls. The ring for flips and Havels for that too. Right. I don't know if we needed that, though. We're at less than 25%. We probably could be at 30%. We probably have some equipment load to play with. But I don't know the numbers. Yeah, right, hi. That's what he said. Flip ring, best ring. I'd say. I've missed it ever since I first played Dark Souls 2. Where's the flip ring? There is no flip ring? What do you mean there's no flip ring? What do you mean there's no flip ring? Well, unfortunately, that is not how I'm wearing it. Yeah, I'm sure you're not the only person to say that, but it's at least it's red, so you just put that out of your mind. We don't need to go there. I'm not going there. We don't need to go there. Oh, so gonna get us killed here, falling off. This is the one I remember. That bonfire, this spot. I actually kind of remember this. Like it's been kindled at least once. Let's see. Procyon, New Londo, and the Graveyard Catacombs are where new players end up and sometimes give up. Early Hollows represent those players. Crestfallen Knight represents people who are about to give up, but still talk about how Dark Souls is bullshit in the meantime. Just totally stuff we don't need to talk about. That's a topic I don't want to know. I don't need that. No. I mean, for historical value and lessons and really shitty people, that's a topic for somewhere else still. Grandpa, what's up? Greetings. Thank you for the bits. I like your bits. How are you doing today? I kind of remember this spot, but let's It is! Upgrade and everything. I'm just trying to learn how to use it again. It's very slow and unwieldy. Wait. I did. I remember the name, the grass crest shield. I didn't see it, but what I'm using is a hollow soldier shield plus 15. It has the 100% physical, decent fire. I don't know if that's a lot of stability. 70. The weight is low. That's probably how I ended up with it originally. Do we have grass? Yes. Yeah, got it up to plus 14. But that 95% physical. The difference between that 95 and 100 is huge. Functionally, isn't it? But yeah, we've got that there. So, yeah, my brain remembers many things I've seen, but it remembers them poorly. Like trying to be the witness to some event. You know you saw it. You can remember parts of it, but it's not always clear, and you might recount it correctly. You wear it for the stamina regen. Since I'm not really tanking anything, you're saying, since I'm wielding two-handed and not even trying to block much, may as well use it for the stamina regen. I mean, I remembered that it was for stamina regen, but is it really worth it over occasionally whipping out the shield to block a bunch of damage? Procyon. Dents, are you still awake? I don't know anything about shield mechanics. Densa told me to play this shieldless, and I died 500 times because of it. Thanks, Densa, wherever you are.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
So, repair powder, if I hadn't lost those 80,000 souls that we started with carry over from 4 years ago, we could have bought a lot of repair powder and had it on hand, but we don't really need it. The repairs were cheap. We saw how cheap the repairs were. And the durability goes down so slowly, it just doesn't seem to matter. If we ever have to worry about it, we'll pay for repairs. Repair box, tool for repairing weapons, armor at bonfire. Maybe we should get that anyways. Would we need both? Repair box one time? Or like one use? Oh, Spider! Spider, thank you for the host, the auto host. Cheers! I think it's a one-time purchase, multi-use. Well, let's get that sucker. 3,000 soul. Buy it once, you can use it forever. I love it. Maybe I didn't have it. I think I saw repair weapon. And then we don't need repair powder, which we would use in the field, but how often did that come up for people in Dark Souls 1? Arrows? I don't think we have many arrows. Let's buy some arrows. 45, 60. Bolts. Arrows, maybe large arrows. Wooden. You're gonna be trying to kill things or just occasionally get some. You need to rebuy it once you enter NG Plus. That's how you remember it. At least that's how you remember it. That cool. We could buy a bunch of arrows. Or I get us killed falling off a ledge.
Thank you kindly.
Alright, let's put the grass crest shield on our back then. For the stamina regen. 3 arrows as well as the green glow. Speaking of green, there's green. Nice timing. Pretty good. Good, how about yourself? I told you I gotta get used to how slow this damn thing is. I see someone coming. I know they're coming. I know the motion, but not the timing. Like, okay, he's about... Alright, let's switch. Ah! Chiv in my throat. That's great. I have no sense of the timing on this thing. So, they also lunge a pretty good distance, but it was more of the timing. And the reach on the halberd is great. I don't even have to be that close. If he's moving towards me, I could probably swing, and by the time the halberd manages to get out in front, he's gonna be right there. Work programming stuff. Still chomping on the game. What about flexibility? I have the beast blood. Beast blood, what's up? Welcome. Okay. That way. Up that ladder so we can go this way. Into 4. Did. We did. That's the shop. The shop is down there. Right where my hat is pointing. Right? Okay. We still need to go off in that direction at some point. Why did I come back down here? Because I went down from there. I don't know. You're welcome to shout out at me about passages, ladders, drop points, or watch me go by them, which is cool too, because I won't remember where they all are, even if I've seen them. Oh yeah, and the you can drop right there. Well, you could have. If you're describing, you fucked up. If you are at any point describing something like that, you're gonna have to give a lot of context, visual context, in order for me to be able to figure out what you mean. Is it possible to get 2 Havel's rings? Anyone know? I do not know. Okay, there's... Yeah, so this is NG plus, so could get 2 Havel's rings, huh? And what is the equipment load boost from it? Is it a percentage or an amount or? Oh, 3. Nice. Well played, Undead. Well played. I don't think you can wear both at the same time. There's someone around this corner to the left. I think my brain would remember some stuff. Get it? And let's test. Alright, so, if we were gonna do that, kill Havel for it in this one, and where is he? Here, you going for a magic build? Hey, Manny, no, I never have. Nope. Ninja roll ring. You don't like that thing? When I've only played Dark Souls 1 once, and I loved the wood grain ring. And when I played Dark Souls 2, I was so sad I didn't have it anymore. It might be possible to replace Havel's with the FAP ring. Alright. I probably should know that one. But you're gonna have to tell me about the FAP ring. Or at least tell me which one is the FAP ring, and I'll tell you if I know what ring you're talking about at all. Somebody toss firebombs at us here. Oh, come on. Someone on the roof. Somebody somewhere. Ring of Favor. The Ring of Favor. Favor and protection. It's the ring that breaks permanently if you ever take it off. No, I was wearing Havel's with the flip ring, but I'm not sure I need it. I'm at less than 25% equipment load, so I'm not... This is all from so long ago that I don't remember if I ever figured it out. Ever mattered. Have Ring of Favor and Protection. I do. Breaks when removed. Huh. FAP, Favor and Protection. Okay. I'm just gonna look at this here for a second. The max equipment load bonus from it, kids, or you were saying, wasn't it 50? Well, FAP gave 25. 50 would be E. And 3 rings have weight. Yeah, I think I remember that. I have played through 3 here on stream, but they didn't have weight. Dark Souls 1. So what do you think? Before we make a decision that be a little more permanent, I think we should swap out, and what do we think that... Might need to look it up and make sure. If we were going to swap Havel's for the FAP ring, we'd have to make sure we could still flip. I'm telling you, this is important. Wear your FAP ring and change your flip ring when needed. Well, since you're an NG+, I do believe you can get another FAP ring soon. Oh, and I'd take some tips on where to find that too if we get near it and you want to say, here, gotta go here, get that FAP ring. This gets us up, I sort of remember that, this gets us up on some of the roofs. Still have that master key, opens up a few more doors, doesn't it? And while I still can't remember where the mimics are, and I'm gonna be pretty sure things aren't mimics. I'm still gonna hit all the chests because I don't remember. Gold pine resin, nice. Green, this is about as far as you got when you played Dark Souls. Well, when I played it, the first 3 times I didn't get this far. But eventually I started watching Milt here on Twitch do deathless playthroughs, and I figured I better get my shit together and at least play the game. Whatever it was gonna take. Use a guide, cheese it, get a Black Knight halberd, whatever. I had to find some way to actually beat the game, play through it, and fun. I had a good time with it. I think I did need a lot of help, and I probably cheesed a million things. We're gonna cheese at least one less thing. Or one more, I don't know, than I did 4 years ago. Let me see here. Remember how to do this? Can't we get... There we go. Oh, nice shot. Alright, he's moving. Not the easiest for leading. Timing. Slow-mo arrows. Never mind. Never mind. Mimic. You think the first mimic appears in Sens? Okay, like halfway through Sens. Painful time to learn about mimics. Yeah, because you keep getting thrown back to the bonfire outside the palace, right? Am I thinking of the right place? How miserable it is to get thrown all the way back there and have to enter from the beginning again and go through all the swinging blades. Crash, you did the same thing. You watched Lobos, did what he did, and was finally able to beat it. Albert, Grasscrest, anything he did. Yeah. I was watching this guy, Milt RIVD, and I did also watch other streamers, including Lobos. But Milt was the one I watched the most. One of my first subs on Twitch, too. Bill subbed. Tropic! Ah! That's something we should fall down to? And how would we fall down to that? We'd have to end up on this little wall right here. Is that even... Should I not be trying that? Someone who knows what they're doing should maybe be thinking about these things. I would just die. Are you doing this offline? Yeah, but it doesn't have to stay that way. I'm not dead set on doing it offline. I don't really... I'd lean that way, you know me, but we don't have to do that. He is online, don't you see? Grandpa, thus far, what is your favorite all-time favorite game? I can't nail down just one, because my favorite game, even for 1 year, tends to share space with a couple others. Favorite, all-time favorite game. Star Wars Galaxies. But, you know, if we're not talking MMOs and things I've sunk thousands and thousands, years of my life into. I mean, we've played some of them recently. Games like Wild Hunt, games like Horizon, These are some of my all-time favorite games, and they're new the past few years, which is amazing. Star Wars Galaxies is probably up there. I have to. It's the greatest gaping wound inside me related to any gaming experience is the absence of Star Wars Galaxies and what happened to it bit by bit. So, what the hell I'm doing or why I would want to go over there. Do I want to go over there? I don't know if I want to go over there. Oh! Oh! I am so fucking fragile. I better get my shit together. Patiently avoid things, step to the side. I better get my shit together. Have you tried Knights of the Old Republic? Are you asking me, Green? Yeah, I've played it, streamed it. Both of them, including the restored content for Sith Lords. Really good stuff. Procyon, you're kind of forced offline either way because the servers are borked. You need third-party stuff to get working online. Even since Steamworks, did that not affect it in a positive way? Evian, hello. I personally liked Bloodborne, I think the most. The threaded cane might be my favorite weapon. I half knew that was coming. The threaded cane might be my favorite weapon in a game. I love the threaded cane. The MMO, Star Wars The Old Republic. Oh, that. Yes, I have. I played it right before it went free to play, and a little bit after it went free to play. I have a couple characters there. I didn't like the storytelling in it, and I heard that I picked a bad class. I think it was Jedi Guardian? Whatever it was, had a terrible storyline, and I was surprised that BioWare made such a lousy story for the character class. Oh! Look where you're going. Okay, we wouldn't have fallen very far, but I didn't know that because I wasn't looking. Threaded cane. High five. Yeah. I went, how about yours, Avian? What do you think? Was that a... Shit. Shit. Twinkling and Titanite. What about the crystal lizards? The door at the bottom of this tower leads to Havel. Shall we go play? We get to, you mean this door right at the bottom? Not further down. No time like the present. Although we gotta take our first break soon. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm glad we're playing Dark Souls again, but after about 2 hours, I definitely need to take a break. One sec, Crash, yeah. That's a good question before we take a break, huh? Avian, considering Bloodborne, but you kind of feel exhausted after Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. They rip out your soul because they are so hard. Rip out your soul. Bloodborne didn't rip out your soul. I love Bloodborne. I just wish it played more smoothly. We've done a lot of it here. The question comes up when we're going to play it again. And I'm not literally waiting for them to port it to PC, which they're not going to do. or to update it even for the PS4 Pro, which it seems they're not gonna do. I don't have one, but if Bloodborne got a higher frame rate on a PS4 Pro, you know where I'd be going? Hey Sony, you know where I'd be going? To the store. Just saying. Crash, you were not here at the beginning. What's the plan for this run? All bosses, all side stuff, DLC, or let's just see what comes up and finish the game. Grandpa, back to work. We'll see you later. Thanks for spending your break with us. Have a good day, man. I think, Crash, I'd like to do almost everything. We don't have to do everything. As Procyon pointed out, we don't have to kill, shouldn't have to kill Sif, but why didn't I have the ring? Or is that a special item? It's not a ring we can equip. Did that get answered and I missed the answer? Would I have killed Sif years ago? Would I have had to have because of the Four Kings? I would have, right? So what about that ring? You were saying Artorias' ring should have. Anyways, Procyon, turns out you do have to kill Sif. That's why I couldn't find the ring. Okay. Bummer. But if we wanted to skip Calmeet or something, I mean, we don't have to do everything. But I've never fought Priscilla or Gwendolyn. There's stuff I'd like to do I've never done. Ooh. You can leave the Sith fight till after the DLC for a special cutscene. Help me do that. If I start getting near Sif, you can steer me away. Rex, what's up? Can't kill kings without ring. Game forces you to kill Sif over again. Evil game. Evil game. That's evil. Move! Oh god. Yeah! Two Havel's rings. Shall we find out? We can equip them both. Well, that's cool. We kind of expected that. Sweet. Well, let's take a break here. Remember being so salty at Havel one-shotting me? Did anyone expect me not to get one-shotted there? I mean, hell, I didn't. When you said he's down there, it's not like I remembered he was going to be at the bottom of the stairs when I saw him and thought, okay, here we go. Break time. I'll see you all back here in a few. If we lose anyone during the break, have a good day. Otherwise, just stay tuned. I'm going to leave the crackling fire playing. No, I won't. The music. No, I won't. We can't pause. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to pause Dark Souls. I should go take my break. And we'll talk more about the FAP ring at some point. If we should swap. If we can get away with still flipping after swapping Havels for the FAP ring, then that would be worth doing. It's not sure the numbers add up. Ornstein and Smog will be so fun. I don't even want to. Can't even guess how many days we'll be playing this since we have gear and we're talking openly about stuff. We won't get too stuck except probably on bosses and in a few spots. So this may take fewer days than I think, but it'll take longer. Even if the FAP ring breaks, you get another one soon. Good point. Well, I am gonna go take a break and we can FAP after the break. Plan? See you soon.